Hey guys, welcome to episode 19 of the Meta Meltdown. Today is October 13th of 2016. The Meta Meltdown is a weekly 20-minute podcast about the current meta in Hearthstone. Each week we'll focus on a specific deck. This week we're focusing on Maly Druid, and we'll provide our insights on how to pilot the deck in order to succeed on the ladder. My name is Dominic, Silverddragn Nguyen, and I have my very confused co-host Nate Wolter, aka Natediggity, because I did this intro 4 times and I haven't even messed up yet. It's great. How's it going, buddy?
It's going well. Yeah, you have done a sensational job so far in the first 30 seconds. Well done. Not bad for a 2-3 week break. So good to be back and talk some Hearthstone with you, Mr. Face. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. We just had our huge Highlander Con event at UC Riverside. 900 people came out. Lots of people played Hearthstone, Overwatch.
900?
900! It was crazy,
Holy
people.
balls.
It was crazy. It took 2 months to plan. It was madness. It was madness. It was great. A lot of Smash people came out too, so yeah. It was really, really good. For Hearthstone in particular, it's funny because two of my Hearthstone teammates actually made it to the grand finals. They played for this really, really nice Linksys router. But we'll actually talk about this later. But it went like our captain, I guess, went 2-0, and then he got reverse swept. It was crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it was really bad because his last deck contained Yogg, and it was post nerf. But we'll talk about Yogg in just a second because we got Yogg in this deck. How was your week? Weeks.
It was pretty good. So I played Maly Druid, obviously. It's
Mhm.
stupid good. And then I played a lot of Rogue. I think I got about 85 wins in the past couple weeks with Rogue.
There you
So
go.
sitting at 401 wins. So I'm in single digits in the countdown to all 9 golden classes. So should get that maybe a month and a half, maybe less. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But do you play any fun decks in particular?
Well, besides the Maly Druid deck, I played Reno Mage, which was amazing. I love that deck. I got it off of competitive Hearthstone subreddit. It's really, really fun. We'll talk about that maybe next week, perhaps. Yeah.
Perhaps we will.
Okay. Great.
Done
Sounds
deal.
good. Cool, cool, cool. So now that we're done with our personal Hearthstone news, let's go into general Hearthstone news. If you've been living under a rock, you'll notice that Shaman's been gutted, kind of gutted. There's been a bunch of changes. Rock Batter weapon costs 2 now. Tusker Totemic only summons basic totems. Call of the Wild is trash at 9 mana instead of 8. Execute costs 2. Charge is just unplayable in its form. Um, Abusive Sergeant doesn't have to attack anyone, only has 1. And the biggie, Yogg-Saron no longer casts any spells if he's removed, removed or exiled, killed from the board. So Nate's super happy, obviously. My Yogg is gutted forever. It was really fun. I don't know, but yeah, now Yogg sucks. Well, actually, it's funny because Nate still complains because Yogg is like unnerved in his client. Basically, it still like ruins him,
It
and
still
like
poops on me
yeah,
hard.
and that's for me. It just like the last time I saw Yogg, it literally played Brawl first card and brawled itself out, and that was it. That was his turn.
I hate you.
It was glorious. It was fantastic. All right. So those are the balance changes if you've been living under a rock. According to Nate, Tempostorm has released their first wild meta report, which is crazy. Even though apparently I didn't know this, but Nate plays wild. Why do you play wild, Nate?
I don't play it all the time. I play it maybe like 5% of my games. If like for example, I'm trying to get golden on Rogue. So if I get too high, and Rogue is kind of unplayable for me because I'm still not that good at it after like rank 5-ish. So then I'll just hop on wild and then just knock out some easy games there, get some quick wins rather than
makes sense.
bouncing my face off my keyboard in frustration playing against mid-range Shaman. So
Yeah, we'll get you that really good standard deck. He actually, AJ actually bounced back with Rogue deck, which was crazy. It was really, really good. He's like really, really good at Rogue, so I'll get you that deck soon, my friend.
sweet.
Yeah, let's talk about the the actual meta reports that matter. Tempostorm's meta report number 14. Could you please walk us through that, Nate?
Yes, sir. So in Tier 1, we have mid-range Shaman, which is stupidly broken after the nerfs. So it actually killed aggro Shaman, and then there's only one good Shaman deck left, and it's mid-range Shaman, which is terribly broken. We'll talk about that more briefly.
So broken.
Tier 2, in the following order, we have Maly Druid, which we're talking about today, Control Warrior, Freeze Mage, which is sort of questionable in my eyes, and Token Druid. Thoughts?
Yeah, so it looks like aggro is just dead. And control reigns supreme on the ladder now, which is really. I mean, I guess that's kind of what they envisioned, right? Sort of. They wanted a mix of both, but I guess with the changes, it just doesn't exist anymore, and we're all playing more control-y decks. I've been seeing some more Malkazar, which is weird to see because you never know what they're gonna pull out. But I think it makes sense. This is very reflective of what I've been seeing on ladder. So I mean, I can't disagree with the Tempostorm meta report. What about you, Nate?
Yeah, it's definitely reflective, as you said, what I've been seeing on the ladder. So we'll jump right into Vicious Syndicate power rankings, number 22 here. So on Tempostorm, I was sort of confused by Freeze Mage initially because it's really bad. I think it's like rank 4. Let me double check.
Tier 4?
Yeah, Tier 4, sorry. Yeah, it's one of the worst decks in Vicious Syndicate, so it's... I don't know.
Warriors, yeah.
But anyway, Vicious Syndicate, in Tier 1, there's mid-range Shaman at 55.35% win rate, which
Ridiculous.
is stupid.
Yeah.
The fact that a deck like that exists is just mind-blowing. And then Spell Druid, a.k.a. Maly Druid, at 52.29% win rate. Tier 2, Tempo Mage, 51.76% win rate. Beast Druid, oddly, because I haven't seen Beast Druid in forever, 51.46% win rate. And then Secret Hunter, 51.23% win rate. Thoughts on those?
I really like Secret Hunter. I mean, a lot of people have been playing Secret Hunter. And I've been playing some of the other ones as well, but dang, Shaman, ridiculous. I don't even know why. Well, actually, I heard there's a rumor that there's another Hearthstone expansion update thing on the 4th of November, so maybe that'll fix a bunch of things, but...
BlizzCon, yep, they just announced that today. So, looking forward to it, and maybe we can end Shaman Stone. I think that's the highest win rate we've seen so far.
Right? It's like ridiculous, yeah. But I'm glad there's like other decks you can play too. I'm glad Secret Hunter's fun. Like I said, I've been like raving about Secret Hunter, if you guys been following. I like Beast Druid, I haven't seen it very much. And I think Tempo Mage is actually more prevalent than Freeze Mage, so I don't know what the Tempostorm's up to, but yeah, that's...
There's also like a Tempo Freeze Mage out there that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It plays like that Medivh's Valet, and it plays...
Oh, yeah.
It sucks. It's just like a face deck, but they have like all of like the freeze cards. It's pretty fun to... I haven't actually played it, but it looks like a fun deck.
For sure.
And then also just to kind of throw out the other decks in Tier 2, we have Reno Mage, which we're going to talk about next week, it sounds like. Reno Dragon, Pirate Warrior, Dragon Warrior, and Zulok. So Pirate Warrior is another surprising one to me, but I have seen it a lot lately. So
yeah, I've seen Pirate Warrior. It's kind of annoying to play against. We actually lost to Pirate Warrior in my TESPA tournament that we played every Monday, but yeah, it's strong versus Control Warrior. Whatever, I don't know what to say. But yeah, we also have to play all our dragon decks before Blackrock Brown gets cycled out. So trying to get all those games in. Yeah.
Good call.
All right, cool. So what do you notice about the meta report, Nate?
Yeah. So this week there's 55,000 games reported, which is just a shit ton of games.
A lot of games.
Yeah. So it's getting really solid now. Sorry, my dog is howling at the...
Oh, that was like a wolf. I was like, dang, that's really cool.
He looks kind of like a wolf.
They're summoning the 2-3 taunt totems. It's all good.
Yeah, why don't you take it over for a second till the sirens pass?
Okay, no worries. So actually, there's 55K games reported this past week. There's a lot of data. So, if we've always trusted Vicious Syndicate, we trust them even more now. It's crazy. Um, Even with the patch, Shaman is the most played class, even though it did go down about 4% thanks to all those nerfs. But all classes are being played at least 4% of all ranked games since the patch, so that's good. That's good to see. Like even Priest come out. I think some people there's one Priest deck that's being brought to the Last Call tournament, which is crazy. So it's good to see more representation. I don't know how well it'll do, but it's nice to see the representation nevertheless. Let's go into our deck review if you guys don't mind. For Druid, Maly Druid in particular, Druid accounts for 11.07% of all ranked games on the ladder, the number 4 overall class. Maly Druid accounts for 5.75% of all ranked games on the ladder, regardless of class, and it has a 52.29% win rate. So that's pretty good. Vicious Syndicate report ranks it at number 2 in Tier 1 next to Midrange Shaman. So it's obviously a very, very good deck. You just have to be able to play it properly. I've been seeing a lot of pros play it on around Legend rank, so really, really good. Let me go through the deck list real quick while Nate figures out his howl.
I'm good whenever.
Oh, he's good. Okay, great. I was like, when cool. So there's 2 Innervates, 2 Moonfires, 2 Living Roots, 2 Raven Idols, 1 Power of the Wild, 2 Wild Growth, 2 Wrath, 1 Fail Rage, 1 Mulch, 1 Fandral Staghelm, 1 Mire Keeper, 2 Swipes, 2 Violet Teachers, 2 Ezra Drakes, 1 Harrison Jones, 1 Nourish, 1 Emperor Thorson, oh man, 1 Malagos, 1 Yogg-Saron Hope's End, and 2 Arcane Giants. How do you feel about the deck, Nate?
I love it. I love every card but Yogg, which I actually replaced with Blood Mage Thalnos.
Ah, yes, I've heard it. Yeah, Blood Mage is a good one.
Yeah, it's really good, especially with like swipe combos.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it like I said at the beginning of the show, it's pretty broken. You just play spells. I guess we'll just go right to the overview. So basically, what you want to do early game is then just look for your ramp. So Innervate or Wild Growth, or you can get your other cheap removal spells like Wrath or Roots or whatever. Mm-hmm. You want to keep the board clear as long as possible until you can drop some of your other threats. So it doesn't have a lot of creatures.
Arcane Giants, yeah.
Yeah, so Arcane Giants are huge. You can usually get those down somewhat early with the amount of spells this deck has. Mm-hmm. And then if you're still going late game, then you can just finish off your opponent with Malagos and your Moonfire Living Roots combo. And if you have double Moonfire, double Living Roots, I think it's 26 you can pull off. So OTK style deck. So
yeah, there you go.
It's pretty good. It has the entire package, I'd say. The only decks that it doesn't do too well against are Midrange Shaman, which is very popular, and Zulak, which I haven't really seen a ton of lately, but any deck that spread the boards pretty wide, such as Zulak is,
right.
It's going to be a detriment to the deck for sure.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we're starting to see a lot less aggro in the meta, which means that it's actually a really good time to play aggro if you know how to play aggro. As people get more and more control-y, that means right? Then it's a good time to play those kind of decks in order to counter that trend. But yeah, looking at the matchups for the good, bad, and ugly, good does really well against Midrange Hunter, Secret Hunter, Aggro Freeze, and Reno Mage. Any Finn/Control Paladins, anyone who's playing Control Priest for any reason, Control Shaman if that even exists, and Reno Warlock.
Control Priest is always just going to be the good matchup list.
Yeah, there you go.
No matter what deck we're
talking about. Just put it in there. Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Maybe November 4th. Unicorn Priest. Let's go. Do you see the troll thing where people have been playing Shaman and they just named it like Control Priest? So they're like, oh look, I reached Legend with Control Priest. Yeah, anyways. It does very bad, like I need stat against Shaman, Midrange Shaman and Zulak, and it does not have any really ugly matchups, so that's really cool. I like the deck a lot. I like Druid. Druid's a fun class. What cards stand out to you, Nate?
Malagos for sure. It's one of my favorite cards just because of the potential that it has. I know Ritual Plays Moderator loves Malagos.
Yep.
So I was beating him like redheaded stepchild earlier with it. I Moonfire, you don't really see it except for in the Malygos build, but it does super well with Malygos. And then Arcane Giant, as we talked about, you play so many damn spells
Yeah, it's
that
broken, honestly.
usually you can just drop 2 of these on the same turn. You gain so much tempo, it's pretty sick.
It's
So.
pretty huge, yeah.
Any cards in particular that stand out to you?
I like Fandral, like, as a card. I don't know how well it does here. Like, there is Nourish and there is, Feral Rage, but, and, Raven Out, Reeling Roots, but typically, people remove it too quickly. And it takes too long to drop. You don't have that many minions, so you're typically, trying to figure out how to clear the board and keep that, board clear anyway, so. I like it. It's not as good as it is in some other decks, but that's the card I like playing with. It's super fun. I love the pick one mechanic in Hearthstone, so that's what stands out. Yogg obviously stands out as well. I dislike it a ton. It does not do you any favors unless you're playing against Nate. So if you see Natediggity, just quickly sideboard Yogg in. Yes. And like Nick said, if you don't have Blood Mage Thanos, which is what we recommend to sub in for Yogg if you have Blood Mage, but if you don't have that, just put in an Evolved Kobold. That does about the same thing. It doesn't draw you any cards, but it gives you that spell power, which is really, really good to clear board. And yeah, do you want to go into our Mulligan phase?
Yep, no problem. So, starting hand, we have against aggro. So you're looking for cards like Moonfire, Living Roots, Innervate, Wild Growth most of the time. If it's like a really fast matchup, maybe consider not going for the Wild Growth. And then Wrath, of course, is a really good card. So basically any of your cheap spells you want to keep. And of course there are outliers if you have double Innervate and then you can play like Azure Drake or something, for example, really quickly. But typically those are the main 5 cards that you want to look for against aggro.
Yeah, and I would recommend, even though getting off your Malygos Moonfire Living Roots combo is really, really fun, against aggro, you won't even get the chance. So make sure you try to get those cards clear as much as possible. I know it sucks to lose your combo so early in the game, but if you're just gonna lose, if you hold it onto it anyway, so definitely do that. Against control, you can definitely save that combo. Because you want to be able to burst down your opponent, but you're still looking for Innervates, Wild Growths. Wrath is still good because you have to use it against minions. Mirror Keeper is amazing. It's a really, really fun card. I love that. Fandral with Mirror Keeper is also really, really good. And Nourish to draw cards and get you to the late game. Basically, anything that you can get a lot of value out of and not be punished is a really, really good keep. So definitely look for any cards like that. It depends on your matchup, but look for the right cards, and you'll be fine, I believe. Any other thoughts on this deck, Nate?
I think I covered everything I wanted to say. You kind of covered it a little bit, but you don't really always want to save your Moonfire, Living Roots, Malygos combo. If you need to use it earlier on, like you can pair those cards with Blood Mage if you use it, or Evolved Kobold if you use it, or Azure Drake to clear the board. If you need to keep the board, definitely go ahead and use it. You can always get more spells with your rituals. I forget the name of the card. The 1 mana.
Oh, Raven Idol.
Raven Idol. That wasn't really close.
It's okay.
You can always get more spells with your Raven Idol, of course. So definitely don't try to save everything just to OTK them. That is about going to wrap it up for me. What about you? Any final thoughts?
I would also say that Violet Teacher is really good in this deck. Definitely something that people kind of overlook. If you can get a really good or not Living Roots, Violet Teacher combo off, you do have 1 Power of the Wild as well. So if you're looking to close out the game early, you don't necessarily have to wait for your Malygos combo or your double Arcane Giants. Violet Teacher is another win condition as well. You guys might want to look out for. And yeah, that's about it. For us, you can find this deck list and any previous shows at metameltdown.com. Please go to metameltdown.com. Nate upkeeps it, and it's really lonely. You can also find us at twitch.tv/metameltdown every Thursday at 7:30 PST. You can find us on Twitter at the metameltdown. Our YouTube is metameltdown, and our email is metameltdownpodcast@gmail.com. Tune in next week when we play my favorite deck currently. It's the Reno Mage. It's glorious. It's super fun. Nate, you'll love it. It's fantastic. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who's been listening, been following us, and welcome Nate back from his hiatus. It's good. It's good to see you, Nate.
Thanks. I missed me too. Also next week, before we forget, so episode number 20, we are out of the teens officially, so we're going to do a little bit of a celebration giveaway. We have a mage skin that we'll be giving away to one lucky listener, whoever can punch in the code the fastest. So make sure you watch live at 7:30 next Thursday if you want a chance at the skin.
Great. We'll see you guys next week.